Here's the solar TSO. Okay, she's running. Automation's going, as you can see. What I'm assuming here right now is that I haven't hit resistance of the battery yet because I'm still climbing before the cap gives out. My second assumption is that the low point that when the cap bursts and goes down to is the charge of my battery is at that point. I'll come around again, we'll get a good look at it, and there, 862 or 83 something. Alright, well anyway, it's just over 8 volts. You can see what I've been calling the capacitor bump. It just went, which has been great. So I'm very pleased to see the unit running. I am charging a DeWalt 14.4 rechargeable battery. It's one of the ones that does not get back up to full charge, so I'd love to run it through a few times and see if I can reclaim this battery. That'd be great. The TSO, I have the 3055s back on. I have the 5408s, as Doug suggested, back on. And I did remove those crossover 401 diodes. The resistor is on for automation. I have not disconnected it because the system's running and I don't want to mess with it. I have two of the 2-watt resistors on there that Kyle was talking about. And at this present time, the pot is adjusted right in the area of about 175 to 25, and I've got to measure that so I can get a little more accurate for you guys on that one. The capacitor is an 8400 UF 40 volt capacitor, and the panels are hooked into series right now, so I'm pumping 20 plus volts into this thing easily. I haven't checked it, but I have good sun today. I should be well over that. So it is running strong. Love it. I guess I was asking too much when I was looking for this to run without the capacitor on it. I guess the whole thing is that it takes the capacitor to run it. The solar panels aren't powerful enough. Still trying to figure that out. Alright, so it looked like the battery was at 8.13. So that, I'm assuming, is the current voltage of the battery, being that's where the capacitor drops out. And I do see that climb as it goes through. So I believe that becomes my gain in the battery. See, that was 1.4. Now that battery started at about 6, so I've picked up some pretty good voltage here in what has probably been 15 minutes, 20 minutes since I hooked this thing up. So it's running pretty good and it charges up pretty well. I'm happy with that. And this is just my small unit. You can see the schematic that I've set up on it to see just what the size is. It looks like an 821, so she's coming up pretty good. So I'm very pleased with what I see. And like I said, I was probably asking a little too much. That be the case, that's the case. But if you have suggestions on making this run on just the solar panels, then I would hope to see that actually showing me a slow gain and then a bump up every time the capacitor kicks. It's really what I was shooting for. I haven't quit on it yet, but we'll see where that heads. Alright guys, that's it.